Hello my fellow Whovians and subscribers, and welcome to my latest Doctor Who review, where today I review Nightmare in Silver, starring Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. I want to apologise for the delay with this review. I know it's been quite a while since I did a Doctor Who review, but I've been busy. Yes, it's been Christmas and New Year. I had a lot of family celebrations to deal with, and I was working. I have a job. I was busy working throughout that period, so I just didn't have the time or the energy to do it. And I was also doing a lot of movie reviews as well, so yeah, hope you understand. In any case, Nightmare in Silver. This is the penultimate episode of Doctor Who Series 7, and it is the return of the Cybermen. Da, 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 da. So, the plot of Nightmare in Silver is as follows. The 11th Doctor takes his companion Clara Oswald and her wards, Angie and Artie, to the biggest amusement park in the galaxy, Hedrick's World of Wonders. However, the theme park is empty, occupied only by a punishment platoon and a lone impresario with empty Cyberman shells as exhibits, or so it seems. When the Doctor decides to stay a while to investigate the strange insect creatures that are roaming the park, he soon discovers that these insects are really machines seeking to convert the life forms on Hedrick's world into the newest generation of the ever-upgrading menace. Sorry, that was quite a mouthful, but basically, Cybermen want to upgrade people. It's not like we haven't seen that before. Okay, Nightmare in Silver, Nightmare in Silver, Nightmare in Silver, Nightmare in Silver, yeah, okay. Nightmare in Silver. This is, alright Doctor Who story. It's perfectly, middle of the road, nothing special. It is neither great, nor is it terrible. It is, it's kind of a nothing story. It's just kind of filler. Not much really happens in it, and there isn't much of a plot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't hate this story. Some people really don't like it, and some people detest it and think it's awful, but I'm not going to go that far. I did enjoy a couple of scenes in this story. And I actually do quite like the design of the new Cybermen. I think they do look pretty cool, and I think they should have used this design a lot more going forward from here. And I do think Clara's pretty good in the story. Jenna Coleman, I quite like her. She gets to take on a bit of a leadership role. She gets put in command of the platoon, and I think she does a good job. Shout out as well to Matt Smith as the Doctor. Matt Smith probably gives one of his best performances of his entire era, where he has to play essentially two characters. Obviously his version of the Doctor and the Cyber Planner. And I liked that kind of dual exchange. It was like a battle of wits where they were playing a chess game and the Cyber Planner was trying to get inside his head. And we saw images of the other Doctors, prior to Matt Smith. So that was nice. It was nice to see some callbacks. And the scenes with the Doctor and the Cyber Planner are good. Perhaps they do drag on a little bit too long. But overall, I think Matt Smith really does give an excellent performance. And I think he should definitely be commended for his performance in this story. Jenna Coleman as Clara, yeah, she's very good, as I've said. She gets to take on more of a leadership role. She's still got a bit of sass, a bit of spunk, but Clara's not annoying in this story, which I at least appreciate. The setting of the story is interesting. I kind of like the theme park setting, although they probably could have made more of that, because most of the time they are set in this kind of medieval castle, which is linked to the theme park. So I would have preferred the story to be kind of set predominantly there. I think that would have been nicer. As for the kids, Angie and Artie, played by Eva D. Leon Allen and Cassius Carey Johnson, they're not bad actors, but I don't know why the characters are in the story. They don't really need to be in the story. Angie just kind of screams all the time, and she comes off as a real know-it-all. I don't really like her character that much, so I find her to be kind of annoying. Nothing against the actress, I just think the way she's written, she's a typical teenage girl, isn't she? Artie barely gets anything to do, because he almost gets converted at one point, but yeah, they are totally pointless to the story. One of the only things that really kind of makes this story stand out are some of the cast members, and we've got Jason Watkins, who plays Webley. He's fine. He gets a very small role in the story, but, again, an excuse to have him in the story, so okay, good on you, episode, for making yourself stand out with that. And of course, we have Warwick Davis as Porridge. Not literally a bowl of porridge. The character is called Porridge for some reason. Again, it feels like a silly excuse to have a silly name, really. And then it turns out that his character is apparently the Emperor of the planet, or another, something. I don't know. He's the Emperor of something. They never really explain what. And I like Warwick Davis in the role, and again, he's fine. You know, he gives a perfectly adequate performance, but there's just nothing special about this story. It's just really under average, and it's just, I hate to say it, quite boring. I found myself kind of looking away from the screen at points because I just didn't feel that invested in it, to be perfectly honest. I will admit, though, it's nice to hear Maury Gold's Cyberman theme back. That was really good, or at least a version of it. As for the other cast members, there's the captain, played by Tamsin Outhwaite. She's good. She's got quite a decent role. Beauty, played by Eloise Joseph. Brains, played by Will Merrick. Ha, played by Calvin Dean. Missy, not to be confused with Michelle Gomez, played by Zara Ahmadi. Obviously, Nicholas Briggs doing the voice for the Cybermen. They're all pretty good. They're all good. Again, silly names for some of these characters. I don't know why they have such stupid names. And as for the Cybermen, whilst their design looks okay, in terms of the characters themselves, they don't do anything. Like, their plan is just to upgrade the universe. Again, you know, how many more times are we going to see the Cybermen just wanting to upgrade people? I think we need to kind of find something else to do with the Cybermen. It feels a bit like, certainly with the Matt Smith era and some of the recent stories, it's like the Cybermen are just doing the same thing. Like, even in the next Doctor with David Tennant, the Cybermen just wanted to upgrade the universe. That's all they want to do. You know, give them something else to do. I think that would really make me like them a lot more. I mean, I love the Cybermen. I think they're great, but I just feel like they're running out of ideas with them. Certainly with this story. I will admit the production design is quite good, and when they go on to Porridge's flying vessel, that sounds really weird saying that. When they go on to his vessel at the end, that's a nice bit of set design. I think that's really good, and some of the green screen is actually pretty good for a TV budget, so I'll give it that. But ultimately, I just didn't really care for Nightmare in Silver. It's not horrible, it's not dreadful, it's not fantastic either. It's just middle of the road. Yeah, it's alright. But yeah, so that's my review of Nightmare in Silver. I am going to score this one. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's just, it's utterly disposable, you know, in the bin. But anyway, next time we come to the Series 7 finale, woohoo! Which is going to be The Name of the Doctor. Once I've reviewed Series 7, there are only 2 stories left for Matt Smith, so that will be very interesting, and of course I will make sure I do a tribute for Matt Smith. So yeah, look forward to those reviews. And thank you all very much for watching this review, and stay tuned for my review of The Name of the Doctor. So until then, I'm Mr. Tarlis11. Thank you for watching. See ya. Bye for now.